Hello and welcome back to another We Do Requests.
We Do Requests! Today we're looking at Sinister Squad, which is a film by The Asylum. And if you don't know who they are a production company that creates mockbusters, which is films that sound like famous films that they release just before those films come out, but they're actually just cheap, terrible crap. Well, they also make shark films.
Yeah, you may know Sharknado, which is probably the film they're most famous for, I'd say. And then there's Sinister Squad.
This film was requested by Movie Mercs. Go check them out in the link below.
Okay, let's do it.
The story of Sinister Squad is presumably the story of Suicide Squad, although we haven't watched it, because we've obviously got better things to do, like watch Sinister Squad. But it's basically, you've got a group of anti-heroes who must band together to stop an even worse anti-hero, aka villain.
You broke it. You cheated. Death doesn't like to be cheated.
Obviously, they don't have the cool superheroes that everyone knows to work with, because copyright. So, what do? They go for fairy tale characters, which I found a bit weird.
Who's next?
Big bad wolf.
I think it could have been quite cool, but they weren't really very good.
No, that's a fair way of saying it. I mean, Rumpelstiltskin is not a name that fills me... I don't feel like it's a very badass name.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Where we're from, he's a bit of a boogeyman. A power broker.
The Joker. Rumpelstiltskin. I didn't really get that kind of sense that, oh, this guy's a badass. Whoa, Rumpelstiltskin. Then you've also got other characters like Goldilocks.
You can't win! Ow! Should have possessed a better brawler.
Good punch! Get a free bowl of porridge with that!
Alice in Wonderland.
Curiouser and curiouser.
The famous fairy tale Alice in Wonderland.
People think me quite mad.
Bluebeard as well was another one.
Goes by Bluebeard, obvious reasons. Has a set of blades he calls his wives. Somehow they make him stronger every time he kills someone.
Bluebeard? Literally never heard of him.
Anyone know?
This is apparently a fairy tale. A man who murders people with knives. To be fair, maybe that's not what he really does in the fairy tale, because they do seem to be quite... Like, Rumpelstiltskin in this has the power to control people's minds.
Don't. It's new.
Which is obviously what Rumpelstiltskin in the story is famous for.
Yeah, Goldilocks, like, shoots people down.
Yeah.
Like an agent.
Then you've got the Pied Piper. I mean, let's just have a look at the Pied Piper. Yeah, I mean, he just screams Pied Piper, doesn't he?
Yeah, I could tell he's Pied Piper from a mile away.
Yeah.
How distinct they've made him look.
He's just a sort of generic hero guy. He's not even a villain.
He's not a hero either. I swear he doesn't really do anything.
How cool would it have been if he just whipped out a pipe and lured some children away?
You good here? I'm off to my witch hunt.
I got these two.
Alice was the most like her fairy tale counterpart.
But she's not a
But
fairy
she's not a
tale.
fairy tale character.
Mustn't dally now. Taking too long, mustn't waste time. You're late.
But she did do some of the, like, Alice stuff.
Yeah, she was quite Alice.
You can tell that we're kind of edging around the subject of the story here. And that's probably because the story is not very good.
It's hard to keep up with as well. Very easy to lose concentration.
I think the underlying plot is that Rumpelstiltskin has made a deal with the devil that he will trade his body for control of the underworld.
Tell me everything you know about these messages. If you cooperate, I can make your stay here a tad more comfortable.
And then Alice is sort of leading this team of anti-heroes. They try and stop the devil. There's a lot of boring talking.
You forgot Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
I forgot. How did I forget those memorable characters, Tweedledum and Tweedledee? Remember the awkward hug?
It's okay.
I think the Pied Piper and Tweedledum or Tweedledee, I can't remember which one. They have like this really awkward hug.
You'd think that'd be memorable.
It's gripping stuff. Just not much, but a lot of stuff happens. And eventually, the devil does his deal with Rumpelstiltskin. But Rumpelstiltskin has got a bomb strapped to him, and as soon as the devil does the deal and takes over his body, the bomb blows up, which kills the devil, and then Rumpelstiltskin is the king of the underworld.
Things are under new management downstairs.
And I guess you're happy at that point.
Because I was so invested, so... It's safe to say that I hated this film. It was one of the most boring things I've ever seen. I had no expectations, yet I was disappointed.
I actually fell asleep, woke up, nothing had happened.
I fell asleep, woke up, and nothing had happened.
I think part of the reason it's so boring is because it's so complicated that you wouldn't expect it, but for some reason they went for a really complicated plot.
In some ways it felt like it tried too hard, aka the plot.
Yeah.
And in other areas where it could have been more entertaining, they didn't do anything, like action scenes or anything else other than complicated, boring plots read by mediocre at best actors.
The characters themselves range from unmemorable, like the wolf guy or Pied Piper, to incredibly annoying. There's a character who's the witch.
Oh.
And every single second she is on screen, it is like torture.
We were eating dinner when we started watching this, and I actually had to get us to turn it off while I finished my tea because she made me feel that sick.
And even though she's being really annoying, it's still boring.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's boring and annoying in one, which is just leads to extreme frustration. It's not only boring, it's just really difficult to watch.
And she does not stop doing her thing the entire way through the film. There is not a single scene where she isn't doing this just horrendous, annoying performance. Every second with her in, and she's quite a big character, makes you want to just turn the film off.
Yeah.
I mean, we never would have finished this if we didn't have to do a video on it, would we?
No. I think within probably about 15 minutes it would have been off, wouldn't it?
If that.
If that. I have learnt that sometimes having a story isn't the most important thing in a film. Because sometimes if you just have a story and nothing else, then this is what the result is.
I'm going to say that the lesson is, if you've got creative ideas, don't ruin them by trying to make them into a Suicide Squad clone.
Yeah.
By all means, go out and make an interesting original film about fairy tale characters where you actually make the most of the fact that they're characters. Don't try and then I mean, this is what they do though, isn't it? This is like their business model. They just forgot to make the film entertaining. That should always be the most important thing.
I mean, considering they have the worst reputation anyway, they might as well have just had more fun with it. You said they really didn't have any fun with it. It really missed that.
The closest thing they came to fun was when Rumpelstiltskin moves, they do comedy sound effects.
But that's awful anyway. That's that kind of cringy thing. And I swear they stopped doing it as well. It was like in the beginning and then they forgot about it.
Yeah. So the one thing that they tried to do to be fun was actually more annoying.
I think it's more insulting because it has a promising title, you know, Sinister Squad, a rip-off of Suicide Squad. You know, the premise is great. That sounds like that could be a lot of fun. But it was shit.
I think that's a good way to sum up the film.
Yeah.
So that was our experience of Sinister Squad. You may not be surprised to hear that it was shit, and we do not recommend it. And we wish we hadn't watched it.
Yeah.
Well, another request video down, and it's not been, to be honest, it's not been great, has it, so far? We've not had good films, and it's been tough.
I'm going to find out what we have next.
We've got the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I'm sure that's going to be great.
Okay.
Hangover reviews, you got your request. You lucky thing.
Yeah. Well, tune in for that then.
Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date with the rest of our videos.
Please remember to like and comment, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!